So now we're looking at staff orientation. As you know, think back to when you joined your organisation. What do you remember about it? I wonder what worked well, what worked badly, because we know that first impressions matter. But why does this matter for us as an organisation? Well, the more quickly that we can integrate staff into our organisation, the more useful they will be. You want to get them active and useful as quickly as possible, because then they're going to make less mistakes, which save everybody else time in having to clean up. And also they will engage, they will start building relationships, and that will hopefully also ensure that they don't leave too quickly. We want to integrate people in as quickly as possible because it is good for the organisation and it is also good for them. If they don't like their first day, if they don't like their first week, if their first month they think, don't enjoy this, they may not come back. They're far more likely to leave again if their early impressions are not good. So you want to try and be thinking, what are they thinking about when they go home on their first evening? When they finish their first day in the office and when they finish their first week in the office, what are they thinking? And what can you do about that? So, staff orientation. Some things that you can do before they even arrive. You can assign somebody who is going to be their guide. Who is their buddy that they can, who do they go to figure stuff out? Maybe tell them beforehand, if they haven't already been to the office, tell them beforehand what kind of thing they should be wearing, what they should bring. You don't want them to be really embarrassed that they come looking completely different from everybody else in the office. You want to try and make them feel as comfortable as possible. Think about, what are they going to eat on day one? Do you have a cafeteria that they can go to? Should they actually be bringing a packed lunch? If you, as a staff, normally go out and eat in places nearby, somebody invite them along. Just make sure that their basic needs are met. And also give them, on day one, a plan of what they are expected to, what are they expecting to do in the coming, let's say, week or month. Give them actually list out very specific tasks so that they can quickly feel confident. They know what they need to do. They know how to fit in and what is required of them. Then you start giving them organizational orientation. What does the local organization look like? Stuff about vision and mission. Help them to get the big picture. What are we here for? Maybe give them a tour of the office so that they know basically who sits where and what kind of scope there are amongst all the different departments. Maybe meet various key leaders, heads of departments, for example. Then comes down to orientation to their department where they are going to be working. Again, what is the vision? What are the specifics of that department? Are there a bunch of objectives that they will be working towards? And how do these objectives fit in with the big picture that you've just been sharing with them? Show them and help them to meet and spend a little bit of time with all the different team members that they are going to be routinely working amongst. Be very clear about hierarchy. Who do they report to? Who reports to them? And there needs to be a detailed plan that the team leader has as to, what is this person going to be doing in their early days, weeks, maybe even their first months. Make sure that they have a desk, a chair, they have the equipment that they need, they've got a computer if they need it, they've got a password, they've got an email address. Get all of these things organised beforehand. It makes them feel so much more welcomed when they just step in and here is your desk, here's your computer, it is already set up, here is your email. Look, there's already a welcome message come in for you. It makes a difference. You can have a bunch of policies and procedures and plans and documents and stuff ready for them to start reading on day one. Because obviously, to start with, there's not lots of creative work that they can do to help out, but they can start learning about the organization, learning about the department, and feeling their way into things. Help them to figure out routines. You might know that every Tuesday, all of the staff go out and have chia at a particular place in the afternoon. They don't know that. They don't know that there might be a prayer meeting on a Wednesday morning, or that on Friday afternoons people knock off a little bit early. All of these sort of things which are just, we all know it. Maybe you can explain that to them so that they can quickly get an idea of what a weekly routine looks like. There are also going to be monthly routines and even annual routines, and some of these things will come through orientation to the job that they are going to be doing. Give them very clear goals. What is it that they are expected to achieve? Show them how an annual review looks like, that you are going to give them tasks at the beginning of the year and set objectives for them to reach, and at the end of the year these things are going to be assessed. The supervisor, whoever is their line manager, needs to have a written plan of what they need to do and how he or she will train them into that, because there is bound to be some bits of the job which they maybe can't do on day one. So what orientation, what training is necessary for them to be able to fulfill the whole of the job? Computers, maybe they know how to use a computer, but trying to find things in your organization's filing system can be very difficult. Maybe you use different software than they are used to. Please do make sure that they are orientated to these things and they don't have, panic over how to get to stuff. And make them feel welcome. If you can help them to know what to do and how to do it and how to do it well, you're going to have less trouble that you have to tidy up afterwards. And also, making them feel valued. That, on from day one and certainly at the end of the first week and somewhere in the first month, make sure that you are clearly giving that message. We are really pleased that you are able to join our team. Thank you for joining. Thank you for becoming a part of our team. That kind of message, that really makes a difference.